stop the trap, bro. Let a real nigga talk. Come on, man. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Eddie Kane, and I'm back with the rapper's review of Denzel Curry's Walkin. And before I get to review, I gotta say, make sure you get some tickets, because he just announced a world tour, and I know I'm going to that motherfucker, because I know it's gonna be lit, and I'm gonna be in that motherfucker live as hell. Now on to what you came here for, the review. Hey, starting off with the production, Denzel been in his 90s hip-hop bag on this one, because he came in with the boom bap, and he just rapping. Sound like his vocals are pretty dry. Like, all they put was like a equalizer, a compressor on there, and said, yeah, that sound good to me. It sound good to you? Sound good to me. He just sparring with this boom bap beat. Maybe like a little bit of melody, just cause it's, you know, like a little mono rap thing. But he going on this thing, cadence just like smooth, like he been listening to some, I don't know, like some Wu-Tang, some KRS-One, something like this, man. Cause I'm like, dog. It had me going back listening to some 90s rap after I listened to this. I'm like, okay. And don't y'all think I missed that. You know what I'm talking about? That right there in the background just bring you in all melodic. You know what I'm saying? Giving a little contrast to that beat and all that crazy, you know, rapid rapping that, can't say that 5 times fast. All that rapid rapping that Denzel, you know, that he's known for. You know what I'm saying? All that energies that he bringing to the track. And then she come with, I love that sample. I love that contrast that it brings to it. One thing that I did notice about the production that stood out to me was, though, that the style of the first verse and the second verse were very, very different. You can tell that the second verse had a lot more effects on it. It was way more in his usual style. It was way more modern. But then the first verse was a little old school. I don't know if that's a part of Walkin. Now, to me, I thought that was like just to kind of go with that Walkin theme, like you just going through life, and that was just, you know, chronological. Showing like growth or showing like change, duality. Now on to his vocal performance. And this is Denzel Curry, so you already know it's a 10 out of 10 for him. I'm talking about he has vocal range, vocal control when he's coming through spitting, and just he changes intensity like just like on a dime. That's what gets me with him, because that ability to like contrast different moods in the song and just taking you really on a journey with his voice. You could just take away the beat and just listen to the acapella version, and you can feel the changes in the song due to his cadence and his speed with his voice, the tone of his voice, the vocal effects that he does to his own voice, no computers aside. You know what I'm saying? The way that he's able to change the ranges in his voice, the melodies that he's able to do, like, bro, vocal control is so good. I'm waiting on a rock album. I need a rock album for this dude right now, today. And when it comes to lyrics, all I gotta do is say one lyric from this song. Who the fuck says stop the trap, bro? Let a real nigga talk. Come on, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and deeper. I'm gonna go ahead a little deeper for you. A little bit deeper, that's it. Now the main thing with his lyrics that I really had to just ponder on and think about, and I'm still not sure about, is the fact that he started both of his verses with walking with my back to the sun, or walking with my back against the sun. And I got 2 theories as to what that means. See, my first theory is that in this journey that we call life, we're just walking, and even though we got all these people that we're interacting with, we're really just walking alone, and the person that we really need to confront is ourselves in order to overcome this journey in life. Now my second theory is that since he's walking with his back to the sun, and the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, and if you walk with your back to the sun at the same pace as the sun and could never run out of energy and just walk, it would always be the same time. And if it's always the same time, you always experiencing the same thing. And he's showing that it's really nothing new under the sun, because I'm moving with the sun and I'm just experiencing the same thing in different ways. As he said, all these cycles that get recycled, making it stifle while I stunt. In the first verse, the way that he did that whole scheme about capitalism and was able to bring in some about monopoly in the green with the Celtics, and, you know, team turning against you for the green but always staying green, and just keeping that triple entendre going was just perfect. But Denzel Curry never disappoints on the bars. Keep on walking, ain't no stopping in this dirty, filthy, rotten, nasty little world we call our home. Like, Like the chorus is just too like this is one of the times where I gotta say the chorus was just too real. You know what I'm saying? Because the first time that I listened to this song, I was in the car and I was just driving along and I was just looking. I was like, motherfucker, you dirty, little filthy, little rotten. This is motherfucker Holmes. You know, it just hit too real and I was just like, damn. And we really just can't stop. Like motherfucker, I was on the highway, I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop. You know what I'm saying? Alright, you gonna cut that out though. You gotta cut that out. Alright. Man said, clear path as I keep on walking, ain't no stopping in this dirty, filthy, rotten, nasty little world we call the home. And that like whole concept of the song of like how you gotta keep dealing with that whole concept of having to keep walking. Like that whole concept of having to keep walking through this dirty, filthy place that's imperfect. Like they have to keep walking through capitalism. Like because you can't just say, oh no, I'm not going to indulge in capitalism. Then you're just going to be broke, poor, your family's going to suffer, you're going to be homeless. So you got to engage in the system basically. You know what I'm saying? That's what I got from it. He's like, you got to engage in the system and you still got to go through pain and turmoil in this fucked up world. Like you can't just opt out. I mean, some people do, you know. But you know what I'm saying? You can't just opt. You just got to keep on walking. You just got to make a way. You know, like in the second verse, he was saying, hey, it's been a fucked up year. I done been through some things. I done had to confront myself with some things. But here I am, still going, still walking in this dirty, filthy, rotten world I call a home, you know. I got to give this song a 10 out of 10. From the production, from the beat choice, to his verses, to the contrast in his verses and the hook, to the concepts, to him still got me thinking about this walking with the back to the sun. Cause now whenever I walk outside and the sun is, I'm like, damn, is it to the left, to the right, to the back? Like the way that he was just able to engulf the human experience into walking something so trivial, something that, you know, like the first major milestone that we learn, that first major battle that we learn in living. It's a good song. And you can just rock to it and not even think. But if you really thinking and you really like a lyrics person, it's gonna have you thinking too. So I like how he just gave you that duality. And how he gave the duality actually in the song, and then he gave you the duality in the production. It's 10 out of 10 on this one. If I'm wrong, let me know. Hey, if I'm wrong, let me know. Let's argue about it in the comments. Shit, can't be mad. Maybe you can. Hey, I think it's a 10 out of 10. If I'm wrong, just let me know in the comments. Hit me up. I'm out.